Hello everyone. So welcome to another video. So today I am going to explain some MCQs related to economics. It's not only about the MCQs but also I am going to explain each of the term which will be very helpful to understand the concept. So let's start the video. So here we can see the first question is, which of the following is a feature of mixed economy? So here you are asked about the mixed economy. But before knowing about the mixed economy, we need to know there are three types of economics that are followed all over the world. So what are they? The number one, capitalist economy. Number second is the socialist economy. And the third is the mixed economy. So here, when we say about the capitalist economy, here the market forces of demand and supply regulate the market. So there are the key concept of the economics are what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. So in this system, the government is there, the existence of government is there, but it is only there just to maintain rules and law and other orders and making a systematic arrangement within the society. But it is the private enterprises or private industries that regulates what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Then the second type is the socialist economy. In the socialist economy, the modes of production or the means of production are in the hands of government. There is almost a negligible existence of private institution. Here the government regulates everything. Suppose in order to produce from a small pin to a big machines, it's all are regulated by the government. But the third type of economy is the mixed economy that is followed by India. So in mixed economy, there coexist both public and private sector. That means, so let us take the example of India. So when we look India, then there existence of the mixed economy where there is both public sector and the private sector industries are there. So for example, if you talk about the railways, then post office, all these are regulated by the government like Oil India Limited. But there are all existence also of private industries like Reliance Industry, Adani Industry, and Tata Industries. All these are regulated, owned, and managed by the private institution. But there also exist some government institution, as I have mentioned, like Oil India Limited, Railway Department, postal offices. So here in the mixed economy, there exist both public and private sectors. Hope you have understood the first concept. So now let's go to the second one. So in the second question, it states about like what is the full form of GDP or what does GDP stands for. So it's very easy. So the answer is gross domestic product. Okay. So here the answer is gross domestic product. But we need to know the explanation, the concept, because as we know, the concept is the king, concept is the power. So what does GDP stands for? Normally, it's gross domestic product, but if we want to explain it, then it goes like this. The monetary value of all the goods and services that are produced within domestic territories of a country within 1 year. It is called gross domestic product. Let us take the example of India. So when we say that India is the fifth largest economy, we mean that India's GDP is the fifth among the top. So here, suppose in India, there is a physical geographical boundary. So whatever the goods and services that are produced within the domestic territory of the country, that's monetary value is called the GDP. So when we say that US is the largest economy, we are talking about the GDP. Hope you have understood the question and also about the GDP. Now, going towards the third question. So here the third question is, what is the main focus of the self-help group, which is popularly also known as SHG, program in the rural area? Okay, see, self-help group is very important in uplifting and empowering the women, both socially and economically. How economically? See, in SHG, it's a group of 10 or 20 women may be there who are clubbed together, come together and make a group. So sometimes they can also convert themselves into some cooperative society where they can produce things like achar, that is pickle, papad. Okay, so by making this, they can brand it and they can sell in the market. When they sell in the market, they earn money. So it enhances the cash flow within the economy. So which is also very helpful for the women, because it's a hard fact that we know, like in India, those who are housewife, they are not valued much, which is a very bad thing. But the thing is that when they earn economically, their position within the family also gets enhanced. Then again, it is also helpful to generate credit. How? Because those members can pool money all together and they can contribute and advance it as a loan to the other members at a very cheap rate. And also, it is very important in socially also. How socially? Because it provides a platform for the women to discuss their day-to-day life about many social taboos that are not, they cannot express it to the others. They can talk about the domestic violence. Okay, they can talk about their health or any other problem. So this self-help group is very important in the rural area for economic and for both economic and social purposes. So here the answer is to empower women and provide microfinance. As I have told you, like they can combine their money, pool their money, and this money can be advances as a loan to the other needy members. Hope you have understood the concept. Next, now coming towards the fourth question. So here the question says is, which of the following is the most important achieving achieving sustainable development? See, in this world now we are talking more about sustainable development. At first we need to know about what does sustainable development mean. So when we talk about sustainable development, it is the development of the present. For example, we are the present generation. So sustainable development says that we are free to use the natural resources, but we need to use it optimally without any wastage. But due to our utilization, it should not hamper the needs and aspiration of the future generation. Okay, because it is our responsibility to conserve the resources. As we know, most of the resources are scarce and they are exhaustible. So we need to transfer it to our future generation. So we need to use the product very judiciously or optimally. Okay, so that we can pass it to the other generation. So here the answer is balancing economic growth and environmental conservation. See, as we are humans and we are living in a progressive society, therefore we need to think about our economic development. We need to increase our standard of living. But while doing so, it should be keep in our mind that we should also think about conserving the environment, because even though it is a free gift, but we need to conserve it for the future generation. Okay, hope you have understood this question. Now, question number 5. What does inflation what does inflation means? So, whenever you study about the economics, then you are familiar about the two terms, inflation and deflation. Okay. So, what does inflation means? Inflation means an increase in the general price level of goods and services. See, I'm giving you a suitable example. Suppose you have 100 rupees in your pocket. Then suppose you went there in the market and you have bought packets of chips. Let us assume now the packet of chips cost 10 rupees. Then with the 100 rupees that in your pocket, you can buy 10 packets of chips. But let us assume after 5 years, the prices will increase. Suppose it has increased to 20 rupees. Then with that same 100 rupees, you will be able to buy only 5 packets of chips. Earlier with that 100 rupees, you could buy 10 packets of chips, but now with the same 100 rupees, you can buy only 5 packets of chips. It is because of the inflation. Why? That amount remained the same. The amount 100 rupees remained the same, but its value decrease because of the relative increase in the prices of the goods. Okay, so this is all about the inflation. See, normal inflation is okay, but we need to take care that it should not be leading to a hyperinflation. Okay, so now going to the sixth question. Now it's a very interesting question. What does it say? Which among the following banks issues currency? So here the point you should note that currency notes in India behalf of the central government in India. See, in India we have coins as well as notes. So it's a very interesting fact. The 1 rupee coin or 1 rupee note is printed or minted by the central government of India. Okay, 1 rupee coin or 1 rupee note is minted by government of India. But other than 1 rupee coin or notes, all the other notes and coin are printed by RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India. It is the central bank of India. Okay, so the answer is Reserve Bank of India. Hope you have understood the concept. So the thing is that you don't only focus in the MCQ, you always focus on learning the new things, basically the concept. As if the concept is clear, then it will be very helpful to understand the question so that you can answer it very quickly. So now another question is, underemployment occurs when people, see, unemployment is a very big problem throughout the world. Okay, so governments are taking many measures to solve the problem of unemployment, but we need to know there are three types of unemployment. Number one, voluntary unemployment. Number two, involuntary unemployment, and number three is the underemployment. But this underemployment is known by other names also, like hidden unemployment or disguised unemployment. Now let's discuss it one by one. So as I say, the first one is voluntary unemployment. In the voluntary unemployment, like you are getting the work, but you are not ready to work at the rate which is being offered to you for that work. That is called voluntary unemployment. In the involuntary unemployment, like you are ready to work is whatever being paid to you, but you are not getting the work. That is called involuntary unemployment. And the third type is underemployment or disguised unemployment or hidden unemployment. Under this, what happens? On a surface level, it seems that they are employed, but they are actually not. For example, there is a grocery shop. In the grocery shop, only two people or two persons are required to successfully run the grocery shop. But in that shop, suppose it belongs to a family, but four or more than four people are employed in that. So it is called a disguised unemployment, because on a surface level, it seems that all the four members of the family are employed, but actually not, because they are not utilizing their full potential in order to do that work. So here the correct answer is C, because are working less than what they are capable of doing. Hope you have understood about voluntary unemployment, involuntary employment, and here the under unemployment. So let's move to the next question. So here the next question is, which of the following method can reduce the dependence on informal sector? See, in the advancement of the credit or in the credit creation, there are two sectors. One is the formal sector, other one is the informal sector. In the formal sector, there is bank, cooperatives, which comes under certain rules and regulation, and they also provide the loan at a standard rate of interest that is offered or that is made by the RBI. But in the informal sector, there are money lenders, sahukars, who can charge a very high rate of interest. So those poor people who take loans from the informal sources, they fall under the debt trap. But the problem is that even though the rate that is provided by the formal sector is very cheap or affordable, but they there is a lot or a whole set of rules and regulation for getting that loan, because they need to have collaterals, they need to do a proper documentation work, they need to have valid IDs. So it becomes a very long process, and which become impossible for rural people, those who are especially unemployed, to get a loan from the formal sector. So they prefer to informal sector, but unfortunately they fall under the debt trap. So government has been taking many measures to address this issue. So here the banks and cooperative increase their lending, particularly in the rural area. If they do so, then the dependence on the informal sector will reduce. Hope you have understood this question. Now, coming towards the ninth question, it's a very easy, as we have explained regarding the self-help group also. So I don't think it needed further explanation. We can directly jump to the answer. Like the question is, in a SHG, most of the decisions regarding the savings and loan is in the hands of the members, because it is the members who decide all the things, all the schemes of things under SHG. And last question for the day is, the per capita per capita income of different countries is counted in which currency? See, per capita income. What is per capita income? The other name of the per capita income is also the average income. It is the total income of a nation divided by total population of a nation. Then we get per capita income. Then, as we know, there are 193 countries are there, and every country has their own currency. So one currency is taken, that is the US dollar. So US dollar is used to find out the per capita income of different countries when they are clubbed together. When a uniform law has to be made throughout the world, then for the comparison we take the US dollar. That is this one. So I hope that you have learned something in this video. So let's end it for today. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.